You already know the truth. They don't respect you. They use you. They smile while taking from you. And you call it being nice. You avoid conflict. You swallow anger. You wait for appreciation that never comes. How many times will you volunteer to be prey? You think kindness earns loyalty. You think patience builds love. You think sacrifice creates respect. It doesn't. It creates a covert contract. You give. You expect silent repayment. When it doesn't arrive, you feel betrayed. But you never said the terms out loud. That's weakness disguised as virtue. Niccolò Machiavelli wrote, "Men are ungrateful, fickle, false, cowardly, covetous." You hate hearing that. But your life proves it. You keep playing sheep in a wolf economy. Here's the thesis. Your problem isn't kindness. Your problem is strategic incompetence. Weakness is not moral. It is a tactical error. Stay until the end. The final principle changes how people treat you overnight. Today you learn 1. Why nice behavior signals prey status. 2. How covert contracts sabotage your power. 3. How to weaponize information asymmetry. 4. Why fear outperforms approval. 5. How shadow integration turns you into a predator. Count to 3. Watch what happens. 1, 2, 3. Now we begin. 1. Nice is a prey signal. You think you look noble. You look edible. In the wild, prey avoid confrontation. Predators test boundaries. When you over-explain, over-apologize, over-accommodate, you broadcast submission. Machiavelli warned, "It is much safer to be feared than loved, if you cannot be both." Love without power is decoration. Psychology calls this dominance signaling. Humans scan for hierarchy instantly. Micro-hesitations, tone drops, nervous smiles. You leak weakness. Action steps. Stop explaining decisions. State them. Hold eye contact 2 seconds longer. Cut unnecessary apologies. Speak slower. Lower your tone. End sentences without seeking approval. Ask yourself this question. Do lions ask permission from deer? Because next, we dissect the real infection. 2. Covert contracts are self-betrayal. You give favors to buy loyalty. You offer help to secure affection. You trade compliance for safety. That is a covert contract, unspoken expectation, hidden invoice. When they don't pay, you resent them, but you never negotiated terms. This creates cognitive dissonance. You see yourself as good, yet you feel anger like a war drum. Machiavelli understood reciprocity as currency. He never gave without leverage. A prince must learn how not to be good, not immoral, strategic. Action steps. Never give without clarity. State expectations. If you help, attach timelines and conditions. Withdraw investment from low-return people. Track who reciprocates, cut who doesn't. Information is ammunition. Track patterns like a battlefield commander. But power is more than contracts. It's control of perception. 3. Control the frame or be controlled. Conversations are silent wars. Who defines reality wins. If someone calls you too intense and you defend yourself, you accept their frame. Now you fight on their terrain. Information asymmetry means you know more than they do. You reveal less. You observe more. Fox strategy, Machiavelli. A prince must be a fox to recognize traps and a lion to frighten wolves. Psychology calls this frame control. Narrative dominance. Action steps. Answer questions with questions. Reveal 50% of what you know. Pause before responding. Let silence pressure them. Redirect labels. Intense? No. Precise. Count to 3 in silence. Watch discomfort spread. Silence is surgical steel, but frame alone isn't enough. You must master fear. 4. Fear is a cleaner emotion than love. Love is unstable. Fear is reliable. Approval shifts with mood. Fear anchors behavior. You fear deadlines. You fear consequences. You respect what can hurt you. This is not cruelty. It's behavioral conditioning. Operant conditioning proves it. Consequences shape conduct faster than praise. Machiavelli knew human nature bends under pressure. You avoid setting consequences because you fear rejection. Ask yourself, would a general beg his soldiers for obedience? Action steps. State consequences calmly. Enforce them immediately. Never threaten what you won't execute. Reward selectively. Punish predictably. Consistency builds authority. But here's the paradox. To wield fear, you must confront your own darkness. 5. Integrate the shadow. You suppress aggression. You label anger bad. You exile your predator. That shadow festers underground. Shadow integration means acknowledging capacity for harm, not acting recklessly, but knowing you can. A wolf who pretends to be a sheep becomes lunch for real wolves. Machiavelli respected controlled ruthlessness. Virtue meant disciplined strength. Fortune is a woman. She favors the bold. Bold does not mean loud. It means decisive. Action steps. Admit your envy, anger, ambition. Write them down. Channel anger into boundary setting. Train physically. Strength rewires posture. Practice saying no without justification. Feel the shift. But raw power without strategy becomes chaos. You need asymmetry. 6. Create information asymmetry. The most powerful person speaks least, reveals least, knows most. Predators watch watering holes silently. You overshare to bond. You confess to gain closeness. You leak vulnerabilities to feel seen. That makes you predictable. Predictability invites exploitation. Strategic opacity creates mystery. Mystery creates perceived depth. Depth commands respect. Action steps. Share outcomes, not processes. Delay personal disclosures. Gather data before offering opinions. Never reveal your full strategy. Ask yourself, who in your life knows too much? Close that leak, but none of this matters if you still crave validation. 7. Detach from approval addiction. You want to be liked. That addiction chains you. Approval is a dopamine loop. Tiny hits, temporary relief. Sovereignty requires detachment. When you stop needing validation, your posture changes. Your tone hardens. Your eyes steady. People sense it instantly. Machiavelli understood independence from public opinion preserves authority. If you collapse under criticism, you are governed by hyenas. Action steps. Say one unpopular truth daily. Decline one request weekly. Sit with discomfort without explaining. Build competence so strong it speaks. Respect flows toward self-contained power. Final synthesis. You began feeling overlooked, invisible, used. Now you see the battlefield clearly. Nice without strategy equals prey. Kindness without boundaries equals exploitation. Love without fear equals instability. Become lion and fox. Integrate shadow. Eliminate covert contracts. Control frames. Enforce consequences. Guard information. Detach from approval. Cut away weakness. Seal the wound with discipline. If you ignore this, nothing changes. You stay the helpful extra, never the commander. Do you want comfort or command? Subscribe if you choose command. The next video exposes how manipulators test you in the first 30 seconds. Like the video if you felt exposed. Write this below, I am not prey. Type it, claim it, then act like it. The world respects power. Become it.